Hello again, this is Commander Trice Majestus, flying as Commander Macduff Darkwing. And we're back at the Guardian site again. No real downside to not running this a few more times. We've got 2 blueprints. We can use up to 6 to get all the stuff. So we may do 4 more runs here before we go and do something to one of the other sites. Where'd it go? I thought I was right next to it. Sounds like I'm right next to it. Where are you, Guardian site? I just got up too high. I can't see. Okay.
Routing power to shields.
Weapons.
Routing power to weapons.
Alright.
Drive assist on. Low gravity warning. Target destroyed.
May not be the best location to have parked.
Cargo scope deployed.
was annoying. Powered engines.
Routing power to engines.
Power to shields.
Routing power to shields.
Power to weapons.
Routing power to weapons.
Ah. Power cell. Alright, that one I can do there. Power engines.
Routing power to engines.
Good evening.
Good evening. 1 second, the phone just rang.
Good evening.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, how you doing?
Not bad. Yeah, what's over there?
Just telemarketers.
See, never anything good, right?
Yeah.
You know, nobody just, giving you $1 million just for the fun of it. No eccentric billionaire deciding to fund... Oops. Die, Sentinel, die!
Speaking of shenanigans, screwing over billionaires, are we going to talk about that GameStop situation? It's awesome. Serve making investors right for betting with other people's money.
Power to weapons. What's going on?
Routing power to weapons.
Oh, you didn't hear about it.
No.
Destroyed.
a bunch of hedge funds that borrowed more than 120% of the shares.
Oh,
And a bunch of people caught on to what was happening, that there weren't enough shares to buy back, so they started buying real shares, and now all these scummy billionaires that are doing something clearly illegal to make their money are losing billions.
Well, first of all,
It's great.
watch it on the scummy billionaires, because Elon Musk helped the little puppets get the money to buy the stocks that wasn't there. So be careful how you say that.
No, Elon
Yes.
Musk isn't the one who got the money to people who didn't. He's not the one.
He was the one that announced it on Twitter that it was happening. Go buy your shares.
He made a tweet that encouraged people to buy shares. That's different from the greedy billionaires that are borrowing shares that don't exist.
Well, I've been watching it since it started last Friday, so I kind of think I know a little bit about it, and he bought shares himself.
Yeah, buying shares is different than borrowing shares that don't exist. Hoping the business goes under so you can actually buy into them more.
It's
at
called
a lower
shorting
cost.
the market, because you're selling more stocks than what the
Yes,
company's worth. I know
exactly.
all about it. I have stocks.
I'm sure you don't short it.
No, that's a dumbass move to get you in trouble.
Exactly. You have common sense. You know better than to bet money you don't have.
Well, I'm just saying that you're painting with such a broad brush that that's what gets people into trouble. Is because you paint everybody into a corner. They can't, you just need to watch it. Not everybody is corrupt cricket just because you say they are.
If they're betting with someone else's money, they are corrupt by clear definition. Did no one ever tell these people don't bet with another man's money? It's common ethics.
I'm just talking about your terminology. You were painting a lot of people there.
Well, anyway, it's hilarious seeing them panic, not get away with their slithering, slugging around and all that nonsense.
I think it's a
They
lot
think
bigger
they're
deal than just.
untouchable.
I think it's a lot bigger deal than just GameStop. I think it was to
Oh,
bring
it
attention
is.
to that. It was happening to more companies than that.
It is.
And the SEC's coming in and you may find out that Google, Twitter, and Facebook, and Amazon is into that shit too.
everybody is. Shorting is a common practice.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What do you mean,
Everyone
unfortunately?
agrees it's shady as hell, though.
No.
No one actually believes shorting should be allowed, hedge funds should be allowed, but they do it anyway because it benefits them when they succeed.
Until you make it illegal, there's nothing wrong with it.
Ethics and legality are two different things.
If you think a stock is going under, there's no reason not to short it.
You should never be borrowing on. If you're that confident, buy it yourself.
No, you want to sell the stock even though you don't have it. That's what shorting is. It's selling of
Yes,
stock
I
that
know.
doesn't exist.
You shouldn't, though.
Well, you're still on the hook to cover it.
Exactly.
You basically what you are doing.
Which is perfectly, which is why it's perfectly legal for these people on Reddit to screw them over. publicly available info that they're using. So, I mean, it's great that they're finally getting their comeuppance.
I mean, shorting is a valid investment strategy. What you are doing is you are issuing private stock in a company that you're basically backing with your own money. That's what shorting is. You are providing stock for the company.
Yes, but they're doing it over 100. They're doing it to stocks that don't even exist.
Well, that's
While they're getting
different.
screwed over.
No, that's different. Well, what do you mean that stocks don't exist? When you're shorting, you are issuing extra stock of a stock, and you are backing that stock with your money. It is
Yeah,
perfectly.
but if a company wants to issue more stocks, that's one thing, but that's not what's happening.
No, basically,
There's a certain amount.
Philip, you don't get it. They're not issuing stock that doesn't exist. They are issuing stock that they are creating and backing with their own money.
Yeah, but random people don't get to make stock out of midair. It's the company's. It's
No,
the company's choice whether they want to make more
Oh,
stock
hell no.
available.
Oh, hell no. If you want, you can make stock in any publicly traded company. You can.
And that's going to hold value?
Yes, it does. That's what shorting is. You are creating extra shares. Oh, sugar. I've got a couple of. Where are they hiding?
Yeah, but the point is, they really don't have any true value because they
Sure
don't.
they do.
They don't exist.
No, they do exist.
There's 20%. They shorted over 120%.
Philip.
Philip, you don't understand the market.
What did you just say there in the beginning? All these billionaire hedge fund guys are going to have to pay for every stock they sold in that company, even though there was none. So it still gets covered. It's just not like you have seen it. So, yeah, some billionaires are out of some money. Woo! They'll write it off as a tax deduction.
No, they're going under.
Not unlikely, because the coverage rules will require that they pay the buyback before that happens. I actually have researched this because I was looking into possibly shorting.
They have to cover what they owe. This is correct.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean they'll have enough money to stay in business afterwards.
If they
You
would,
realize these people are, they lost $1.3 billion. Woo. They probably got that pocket change sitting in a corner.
Well, if that were true, they wouldn't be panicking.
They got pissed because they got caught.
I know one firm is bordering on going under.
then they were dumb.
They're trying to get the. Yeah, of course they're dumb. I mean,
The one that was going under was GameStop. It was losing money.
no,
Yes, it
GameStop,
was.
Yeah, they were going under, and that's why they thought they were so secure in
Shorting it.
yeah, over 120%.
150%.
Oh damn! Did it go up even more? Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not keeping up with the freaking story. I've been watching it since Friday.
I've been keeping up with it, but
Basically, the idea, what's happening with shorting, is that you are issuing, the person who is doing the shorting is issuing stock of their own financing in a public company. And that is perfectly legal and perfectly fine. No problem.
Even stocks that they don't own themselves because they don't.
You're
Yeah,
fi-
but some,
you're-
because whoever's backing him is going to have to pay it, whether
Yeah.
it exists or not.
I mean, all
I know that's the beauty of the whole thing, though. It doesn't make it ethical. It makes it fun to watch, though.
what do you mean? It's perfectly ethical. As long as they're not, if they're not taking money from somebody else to then back a stock with somebody else's money,
Oh,
okay?
this is why it's so ethical, unethical, though. That's exactly what they do. These broker forms are using other people's money to begin with. Because morons go to a broker and just put all their trust in them to do whatever they want
If you
to their
call
money.
me one more
That's how
name,
come
I'm
you
going to
hear-
reach across there through the screen and I'm going to grab you and I'm going to choke the life out of you.
I didn't call you a name.
You called me a moron.
No, I didn't.
You said
What,
anybody that uses brokers are a moron.
And you trust the broker with all your money. Don't be surprised you lose your life savings over it.
Philip,
over
I
their
already cashed
nonsense.
mine out about 3 weeks ago and paid my house off. It's probably more than what you could say you got.
You're older than me, of course, and you don't live in this horrible state.
Yeah, I don't live with mommy and daddy, no.
I don't live with mommy or daddy, too, either.
powered engines.
Why are you taking
Running
offense to
power to
everything?
engines.
Because your information is so inaccurate as to be ludicrous. And you're forming opinions on completely inaccurate information.
No one taught you not to bet with someone else's stuff or money. You shouldn't be borrowing to bet.
Who's borrowing? If you're You don't understand that shorting is shorting, okay? How you finance that shorting is different. Okay, shorting is not a problem. You are issuing stock. You are issuing stock in a company. Okay?
Yep.
Anyone can issue stock in a public company. They can. It's part of it being a public company.
Okay.
As long as you got the
Seems
money
like
to cover the
very
stock.
open to scams. If any moron can say, "Oh, I have a stock," even if they don't.
Basically,
I
what you
think people who don't know what the hell they're talking about are morons.
You shouldn't be able to issue stocks you don't own. Period.
You can create stock with money, basically, and that's what they're doing. They're creating new stock with money. No problem. Now, if the stock that they issue, if the company value goes up and the stock they issue becomes more than they can back, well, that's their problem.
Then they're in trouble.
Yep.
And that's the reason why they panicked today, was because people were just going in there and just buying and buying and buying and buying, and it scared the living shit out of them that they wasn't going to have the money to cover it, so they shut it down.
Oh crap! How is this 400 light seconds away? It's a single star system.
Dang it.
It's a terraformable water world, though. I have to go out there.
There we go.
And I need to go farther to pick up the ammonia world. Cindy, you weren't on last night.
Lynn was busy last night. Not a problem.
Oh, okay. No, I was just wondering. Everything okay?
Everything is fantastic. I had a friend of mine that came over and I asked her to cut my hair and she cut my hair. And afterwards I had to take a shower because of all the loose hair.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't going to be able to be on. I think I told.
Yeah, you told me. I'm just not giving out your personal details.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool.
Actually, I needed to fucking bring the keys, Philip.
Routing
Power to shields.
power
Power
to
to
shields. Routing power to weapons.
I made a total of like 10 jumps in like an hour, 2.5 hours last night. I kept finding interesting things. I found a water world with a legitimate storm system. It's terraformable too. Oh, and I figured out the calculation of when you really need to start slowing down on your ships. I don't know if it's the same for large ships. I need to test that. But it seems to be you need 100 light seconds for every 1,000, and of course there's a hard cap of around at the 2,000 to 2,400. You should be able to slow down because the ship automatically slows down to where that's fine. So for every 1,000 light seconds away something is, you can gun it, and you need to start slowing down for 100 light seconds away from the target. And I was able to test this from 1,000 to like 4,000. And it works every time perfectly. So what you up to, Darkwing?
Guardian sites, of course.
Oh, you're still on the Guardian site?
Of course. I only have like a hour and a half to 2 hours on any given day. It takes a while to do this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That tech component material is a problem. You can take like 30 minutes just getting a few of them to drop.
What type of material? Oh, the tech component?
It's the rarest material at the Guardian.
Yeah, there's another way to get it.
Oh, it's there?
Yep. But no, the rarest thing for me right now is Delta data.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be an issue. But if you find the correct Guardian site, they're usually listed as ruined. And they're nothing but obelisks.
Yep.
You should be able to get the data you need.
We know that.
Philip, you forget. I've done this all before.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Just putting it out there. In fact, I need this stupid obelisk data. A lot of it.
And it's not stupid obelisk, it's just obelisk data.
Yeah.
Target destroyed.
I still don't get how does the background systems determine which obelisks light up. I've heard someone claim it depends on the relics you have in your cargo. It requires the combination of two relics, but I'm not sure if that's accurate.
Yeah, that's for your history, your civilization, and all that stuff. Yeah, there is a guide that shows you what patterns, what is what, and what is where. But you can just easily get the same data. It may randomly generate because you can scan the same obelisk and come up with different data.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I thought the obelisk gave certain data and that was it.
No.
Oh, okay.
Although the physical materials are the same every time.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that.
Except from
The rare is the epsilon data.
Yes, and that's what I need, if I recall. Not near a technology broker to check, but I'm pretty sure that's what you need for the shield reinforcements.
Delta.
Oh, Delta.
And I know I collected that, but I get 150 delta, 150 gamma, 150 alpha, and 40 epsilon.
That's a decent amount.
That is full on all of them. It's the last one.
Oh, that's full? Oh, okay, yes, the last one. And then
Where'd you go?
do you need obelisk data for the fighters?
Epsilon.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's why I was thinking. Yeah, I knew I needed it.
Target destroyed.
I think I need to refuel. I'm running low on fuel.
Fuel replenished.
Yes, refuel. Don't run out there.
Well, I've only got 130 shots on my cannons. Is that enough? No, that's not enough for a to take one of these guys down. I need about 155. Ammo
Why so
restock.
many?
Because that's how many it takes to take them down.
Really takes that many?
Yep.
I think if you remember right, when you went to do your little guardian thing, Trace was in his fighter.
No, that was the test we were doing. You just offered to let me have the module at that. Blueprint.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, well, Trice doesn't need any of that because he's already got it all. And he's got spares and leftovers and
Scrap.
Do you have all three of the fighters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Don't you
Even though
remember
one
he
of them
brought
is
him
you?
out at the Thargoid thing to see which one he liked the best?
Oh.
Or do you have selective memory?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, I was thinking that was down to earth, Strong, for a second.
You were there with us getting lost.
Oh? Finally approaching the water planet.
Well, I don't like that particular landing spot, so... I found out if the, if the sentinels are too close to your ship, the ship won't fire the, point defense missiles.
Do you find too close?
Pretty much right next to it.
Oh. That would never be... That should never be the case.
Oh, I landed right on, almost on top of one.
And
I noticed that one Sentinel was playing havoc with your SRV, and it's like, his point ship defense should be taking care of that.
Yeah, parked too
were you
close.
in the Sidewinder or something?
I'm an Asp Explorer. Don't you pay
You
attention?
know, I think you have memory problems. You tell him every time you come out here what you're in.
Power to engines.
Routing power to engines.
I've never been able to land that close, and I'm in a ship not much bigger than that.
That could be just operator error.
Oh, hell, I've got driver error here. Rolling downhill.
But going a tad bit too fast?
No, I missed the jump.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on, get on the pad properly, thank you. There we go.
I just cheat and go up the side and then go up at the end of it there and straight up shot. No jumping required.
That's probably a good idea. I did that at the other site, but I didn't see the right place to do that at this site.
Yeah, it's amazing the mountains that Sarvi can climb up. Climbs up some steep places.
I got one. Power to shields. Power to weapons.
Routing power to shields. Routing power to weapons.
What's Trey's gonna do tonight?
Good question. Oh, I only had 2 spawn this time?
Go exploring. You have like 3 weeks before you have to be back at the bubble.
Well, last night I did some engineering. So I was running around signal sources and stuff like that. Where does that third thing drop?
Is your second laser fully engineered now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You mean your healing laser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Turret is empty. Did it go down here? My goodness, that's a long ways down.
like you're on an interesting planet.
Well, I just blew up a sentinel. I'm pretty sure he dropped 3 parts, but
They usually do, but oh Jesus, whiz, that is a long ways down.
yeah.
You may never get back up.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I guess I can give up on whatever the sentinel dropped, and
Well, you got another one back there behind you.
yeah. Oh, there it is, way over here. I had what's that? Ancient orb. I had another one that another sentinel I blew up earlier that I had a hard time finding. I never did find his 3rd thing he dropped.
Yeah, sometimes they go flying. Kind of like you and your surface deposits, kicking them 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 K out.
Yeah.
What happened?
When I'm mining, the surface deposits tend to go to several thousand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's weird. That's like a information glitch, isn't it?
I have no idea. Well, no, because they just fly off at a high rate of speed.
Oh, okay. I thought those were the ones that would disappear and then just show up behind like Lynn, thousands of
Target destroyed.
meters out or whatnot.
They certainly go a long ways.
And welcome to all the viewers on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, you do have a bunch.
Well, that's good. Welcome aboard, folks. Glad to have you. Alrighty.
Wow. This surface scanner does wonders to huge planets,
Right.
even ones with rings.
Okay, so here's the my ship, and basically right over here on the ground where I'm parked at the moment is where the
Wait a
sentinel
minute, let
popped
it
up.
catch up.
So yeah, I'll let it catch up so you can see it. But basically where I'm parked is where the sentinel came up.
Yeah, you're kind of right on top of them.
Yeah, basically. So this is not a good spot to come in at. I'll go back to using the other one. I wonder, I've never tried it. Can you redo the, can you do all 3 blueprints at once? Or,
All 3, what do you mean?
well, well, actually, maybe it's 4. There's a bunch of relics. Can you rerun the,
Well, when I was playing with Joe and Jordan, we'd come to these sites, we'd clear out all the sentinels, collect all the pieces, charge the pylons, and wandered right up there and get the blueprint. And then we'd come back down and we'd charge, once the pylons went back down, we'd recharge them again,
yeah, so,
and somebody else would go up. So I don't know if the same person can, but if
Yep.
you're in a wing of 3, you can.
yep, you definitely can. All right.
From what I remember, the single person can't do it.
Oh, I basically just proved that with what I just did.
Oh, okay.
And we never did see if the single person. Yeah, I think we did, because I remember one time Joe couldn't get his turret to work. I had already collected my blueprint, and Jordan collected hers, and we were waiting for Joe to collect his, but he couldn't get his turret to work, and we were running out of time for the ball to start going down, and I scanned it, and I got a blueprint.
Yeah.
So I think you can.
But there's no point to. I got to collect the materials anyway on another run, so there's no point to shortcutting it.
Well, that's true, but you will set off a bunch of more sentinels.
Ah, okay. Well, at any rate,
But I know in a wing of 3 on a 1 run, you can collect it.
well, I mean, there's still 3 more.
There's still relics and there's still orbs, so yeah, you'd think you could, so yeah.
Yeah, and pretty much because you can charge it up, yeah, you can do it. Okay, great. Good to know, but
I can try it tomorrow if you want.
I'm not going to bother because I need, you know, I need components more than I need blueprints. You only need 6 total blueprints. So there's no real point in doing more than 1 per run because of how many
You should be
blueprints.
getting close on having enough materials too. You had 24 last night, right?
Yeah, 24. I've got I've got enough for the FSD. I don't have enough for the shield booster. So that requires another 20 technology components, so I need a total of 41.
Right.
Yep.
So if I go over here to Guardian, you know, I got plenty of power cells, plenty of power continents. I don't even need that, but what I need is, well, basically 1 more run on this site on tech components. And that will be enough tech components. So yeah, maybe tomorrow I will do. Let's see, I've got 3, so maybe I'll do 3 blueprints. So that I have all the blueprints I need. And
Well, you could you could do it, you know, do it one, get your blueprint, and then go and see if you can get a second blueprint just to prove it fact or false.
oh, I know I can. You know, at this point, I know I can with what I just did with that pylon. So.
That's a good thing.
Yep. But I do not have time to make another run, so basically call it here. Well, it's taking me about
Some farming.
what I farm. Yeah, I'd have to reset the. Well, I could reset the instance and get more stuff, but
Because you even said you don't need blueprints, so it's not like you have to do the whole thing.
right. Turn that off. Turn it back on. All right. So, yeah, I mean, it takes me basically a half an hour to do the run right now, which is better than it was. I mean, I was at 45 minutes before I learned the site. My main problem is going to be over here.
In the obelisk data,
Yeah.
I guess I'll find you a good site close by that has just nothing but it's just the ruins.
Oh, I wrote one down today.
Okay.
I did some poking around online. So I've got 6 Delta Obelisk data. I need 24.
Okay.
That is the most mundane, monotonous thing to do.
Yep. Well, there's a particular planet in one of the systems that has 2 sites on it. And so basically, you know, since I don't...
You just toggle between the 2.
I can either toggle between the 2 or I can just relog.
Yeah.
For this,
Yeah, but vlogging isn't cool for streaming.
it isn't,
That's,
but I mean, you know, what's my choice? You know?
yeah, I know. There is none really.
And it isn't against Elite's policy, so.
Nope, they've outright said that's how you have to, you know, that's the most efficient way to do it. Go ahead. Okay. You know, they said it is what it is. They've said the same thing about the Anaconda crash site.
And Jameson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, whatever, you know. I prefer not to do it, but quite frankly, I don't want to spend forever going to orbit and back to orbit and back to orbit and back.
Yeah. Don't blame you.
The only other choice is to fly out, what is it, 2,500K, and then turn around and fly back.
What will that do?
Reset it.
That's enough to reset it?
Yeah. Remember they were doing it in the asteroid fields?
Okay.
Fly out 2,500K and it resets?
Yeah, they definitely changed that. They're like, no, we can't have that.
Well, with the Guardian sites, you know, just leave the site and come back, and it will change. Whatever. But
It's still not efficient, no matter how you do it.
right, and so I'm probably just going to use the relog mechanism as much as I hate it.
Okay.
It's annoying, but
And it's such a gamified way when this is supposed to be an immersive game.
yeah, it is kind of immersion breaking. But anything else is just
Yeah, just wasting your time for the sake of wasting your time.
yeah. I mean, when this is first of all, this is a grind to begin with.
Yeah.
So. So I'll probably go over to that site and just grind all the data I can till I fill up on most of it. And I'll already have all 6 blueprints by that point. So
Where do you even find fighter blueprints? I know you need the key from the beacons, but are there special sites that only drop fighter blueprints?
Yes.
yep, you got to go get the key, and then you got to go to the nearby system that has the particular type of ruin that drops that. You know, much like weapons are different, right?
Yeah.
This place drops module blueprint fragments. Well, next up is weapon blueprint fragments. Sometime. I don't know when. You know, I really only need 2 modules right now.
Well, you'll need weapons if you're going to take on the Darkoids.
Why would Darkwing do that?
What did he do?
Well, Philip says I need the weapons to take on the Thargoids.
Darkoids.
Why would Darkwing bother with Thargoids at this point in his career?
He wouldn't.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't, but it's called preparation.
Well, yeah, but I can prepare when I want to go do that. I don't have to waste the time now.
Yeah.
You go to Canon Research in Elite Dangerous, and they have a list of planets and systems, or systems and planets, and it tells you right out there beside it if that is a structure, and if it is a weapon blueprint, a modular blueprint, or a vessel blueprint.
Okay.
And I tried to look for one that said it did more than one particular blueprint, and they don't have one. But they don't have one listed.
No, it doesn't, because it's the same mechanism. So each site does one
Well,
thing.
I believe Philip here out there or something. Somebody was saying that it was popping more
there
a different
are sites
blueprints, and it wasn't.
That give you randomly a weapon or a module blueprint.
Not to my knowledge.
Nope.
At least I've never run into one, nor have I ever heard of one.
They might have changed it, but I've seen a video where it took someone 4 tries at the to get the blueprint they wanted.
Well, maybe because they were on the wrong planet for the wrong blueprint they wanted in the first place.
None of the research shows any dual. They're one or the other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was.
Never heard of that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's certainly not impossible. Doesn't make any sense because they're different ruins completely. But anyway, we're out of time for poor Darkwing for now. So we'll leave him here, looking at the lovely Guardian site, and we'll switch streams over and get ready to do the Trace of Justice 8 o'clock stream, hopefully pretty close to on time tonight. So I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride today. It was great having you, and I invite you to join us in the next stream, which should be in about 10 minutes. Yeah. Lynn, Philip, thank you for joining me in the wing, and I will definitely see you two in just a few minutes. That's all for now. This is Trace of Justice, flying as Commander McDuff Darkwing, signing out. I heard that snicker.